What up? This is Machine Gun Kelly, and right now y'all are tuned into Popkiller and MVP clips. Yeah, bitch.
Nice to see here, and I would like to start with the fans topic. In See My Tears video, we can see how great your connection with fans is when you speak with them through phone or collect a yearbook with their photos. On your Facebook, we can read, "We are only as good as the fans who made us." And is it harder to stay in touch with fans once you became famous?
Not necessarily harder to connect with fans, because my music has always been the medium between my fans and I, and this kind of like higher living, which is like, you know, living without feeling judged, or like just being content with who you are as a person. But has it been harder to interact with fans? Yes, in the sense that because I grew more famous, you start to get people that are just attracted to your fame as opposed to attracted to your music. And I don't want people that are fans of my face or, you know, or my fame. You know what I mean? Like, those aren't fans. That's a leech. So like it's so, because it's harder to figure out who's actually a fan and who's just someone who wants to be around you because you're famous, I tend to just stay to myself a lot more now. But I choose to, you know, I just heighten my interaction with the crowd during shows. You know what I'm saying? Like, at my shows, I'm very personable, and in my music, I'm very personal. So I think that as an artist, like, you know, that's as long as those two things stay that way, then no, I feel like the connection between me and my fans is exactly what it needs to be.
And I think that fame is a precursor to death of a friendship, death of a family, death of a man. You're wrapped in spotlight. So what would you call the best and the worst sides of being famous?
The best sides of being famous. Fame is a facade, so it's like, just because you're famous doesn't mean you're rich. Just because you're famous doesn't mean you're happy. Just because you're famous doesn't mean, you know, you just fly around on a magic carpet and do whatever. I mean, so fame is really just all in your head. So like, if I don't view myself as famous, I'm aware that, you know, I'm aware that my face is well known or whatever. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, the bad sides of fame, though, are that anyone can say whatever they want about you because everyone knows who you are, but not everyone knows who you are. So it sucks to be judged, but then on the other hand, I don't give a fuck.
And you said about being personal in your music, and The Gone is a very emotional song on a new album. This can easily cause chills or goosebumps. You rap about your father, daughter, and talk a lot about your personal life. And are there any limits for you while writing, or topics which would be too personal to speak on the songs?
The song "Story of the Stairs" on General Admission, I thought was too personal. I felt like it talked about too many people, like real people in my life, and talked about situations maybe I wasn't comfortable with people knowing. So I didn't want that song to go on the album. But when I realized that it was too personal and didn't want it on the album anymore, it was too late, and the album was already kind of finalized. So "Story of the Stairs" and "Gone" are, you know, those are hard for me to perform and listen to, just because it is so personal, and it's just, you know, it's subjects that really changed my life forever. So it's, you know, emotional.
Okay, and I had a dream that the world changed, and for a minute there was no pain. We hear in A Little More, new single. Currently, after last week's terrorist attacks in Paris and the ongoing war in Syria, these words take on even a stronger meaning. And have you thought about cancelling European tour after this tragic shooting in Paris? Or are you even more willing to continue spreading your message now?
Well, I mean, as you can see, we're still here and we're still performing. You know, we have a job that's a lot bigger than just making music, and music is a form of revolution because you can speak your opinion and speak your voice. So, when I did that song and I put it out, a lot of people didn't get it. But I made that song for times like these because there's always going to be war, there's always going to be pain. And, I wasn't lying when I said the world needs a little more love. And that was a prime example of, what I wish was in effect in Paris and just in the world in general. It's crazy that we would want to, this whole jihadist movement is just so wrong, man. It's wrong.
And how do you look back on Invincible now? Because after the release you said that you hated this song due to the fact that you were forced to do it by the label.
I don't really play it anymore. I'll probably play it tonight because it's we haven't been in Europe ever, except for 3 years ago, but that was so small and no one came. But so I want to perform like our catalog, but in the States I don't even perform that no more. It's cool. I mean, but we have made better music and whatever.
And was the process of recording General Admission any different as far as label politics and their creative control? Did the label finally understand your own lane in your work ethic?
I think so, and I think I was just never around for the label to be able to come to the studio and have an opinion. I was just so in a shell that no one could really get in. So by the time everyone got in, I was already done with the album, and I was like, here you go.
And how do you look back on being in XXL freshman class? Because your class was probably the best ever. Yeah. Nearly everyone from the list blew up really big. Future, Iggy Azalea, Macklemore, Kid Ink, French Montana, Hobson.
Yeah, it was sweet, dude. It's dope.
And in All Night Long, you talk about first connecting with P. Diddy. What are your relations like nowadays, and what are the most important things that you've learned from Diddy?
I mean, I wouldn't say I've learned a lot from Puff, but I mean, me and his relationship is cool, man. As cool as two completely polar opposite guys can be, you know what I'm saying?
And in Till I Die you rapped Bumpin' That Bone Thugs Till I Die, and then you worked with them on the new version of the song. And what was it like to collab with Hotam Legends on a song like this?
When they agreed to say possibly one of their most famous lines, which is Cleveland is the city that we come from, so run, and then bring that East 19, when they brought that chant in, because those are all ideas that I had, and I was like, they probably won't want to do that. They'll probably just want to, I didn't want them to rap on it either. I just wanted them to harmonize, and they just when they came in and they said they would do it and they started recording it, I was like, I have the footage of that, and you see my face, I'm just like, holy shit, it just sounded so good, man. So it was an honor.
One of your tattoos is a brick wall tattooed on your stomach. What does it symbolize?
Well, we were experimenting with different textures, and we were like, what's a texture that we haven't ever seen used, and because my body's a canvas, similar to how a brick wall is a canvas, you can make it into whatever you want, and we were experimenting with different textures or whatever, and then we decided to do the hashing. And I've never, I think we were the first people to really do that, use that that kind of hashing technique to make in photos from far away, to make it look kind of like it's a real brick or something. It gives it this really cool effect on camera and on stage. So I don't know. I think we were just high as fuck, and my body was a canvas, and we were trying to do something that had never been done, and we did a cool take on the brick theme.
I'm actually going to consider that my second album. I'm calling it a free album. You said about the Black Flag.
Yeah, the album is
so why wasn't it released as an official retail album?
Because I was rushing to get new music out. I don't know. I should have.
Because for me, it's your best album.
Yeah, hell yeah. That shit's fire. You'll see it perform tonight. But yeah, Black Flag was insane. I think General Admission was my best album, but Black Flag was right beneath it, though.
Okay, so last question. How do you look back on recording Edge of Destruction with Tech9 and Twista? Was there some kind of competition, who will rap faster, harder?
Nah, but I regret the way I recorded it, because I recorded it in a basement and my verse sounds so awfully mixed because we were just using a shitty mic, and Yeah, those lace-up days were those album days were rough, man. That was a rough time. It's a rough fucking time.
Okay, so thanks for the interview.
Thank you
And
so
what would
much,
you
sir.
like to add for Polish fans?
Well, shake my hand first, or I'm
Yeah.
like a fucking idiot. And then all my Polish fans, you got T-minus 60 minutes before I go out there and get my first taste of what Poland is like. And from the sounds of the screaming young ladies out there, it sounds like it's going to be a damn good night. So, Poland, I'm excited. Thank you for pretty much selling this venue out for my first time ever in Poland. That's pretty fucking punk rock of you. And lace up.
And I have something special for you.
Oh, what's that?
From the club that's doing the after party today. We got some VIP card for you.
Oh, sick. That's awesome. Damn, that's cool.
That's your personal VIP card.
Sick. That's what's up.
Thank you.
Thanks.
And well, basically, this is everyone's first time at a Machine Gun Kelly show because we've never played Poland before. This is by far, well, that was the stupidest decision ever because clearly Poland is the fucking coolest place on earth. Yeah. So clearly, since we were fucking idiots and didn't think to come out here sooner.